Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, everybody. This is Danielle Rodriguez and Heather Strazinsky with Roundtable Realty. And we are here with
Jade with All About You Staffing today. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure.
So we have a billion questions for you, especially with what's going on now.
So first explain, though, what is All About You Staffing, just in case anybody...
Yeah, sure. All About You Staffing is a private event staff company. So we actually provide bartenders, servers, setup staff, cleanup for private events. So that could be anywhere from 10 people all the way up to 100 people or 500 people.
Great.
That's big. That's a big array of people.
Yes.
And that's nice. You can go from something small and intimate to something big.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know we were talking a little bit about this beforehand, but obviously COVID has changed a lot of things because you don't have gatherings of 100 or 500 to do right now. So what are you guys seeing that's coming up with your staffing?
We're actually receiving a lot of requests for small, intimate events of 50 or less. For instance, we have a wedding where the groom is saying, if Florida opens up, we're going to have our wedding in May, and we are going to provide a bartender for that wedding. It's about 60 people. So, there's a lot of weddings where they still want to push forward in the month of May. We're getting private dinner requests where they want us to come into the home and help them serve, and they can have like a nice social dinner. Especially with all the social distancing, it's nice to be able to kind of like invite people over and not have to worry about the stress of cleanup.
Right.
So, yeah.
I would love that. Have a little dinner party with a bartender there. That would be fabulous.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a really, really good idea. You want to ask the
All
next
right.
one? We have a ton of them.
So let's see here. What's your most popular service?
Our most popular service is actually the wait staff service, meaning we come in and we'll serve the food. So even if the hostess cooked it, we will actually serve it to the table. And we also have private chefs that will come in that we are contracted with, and they will provide servers. So for instance, being able to serve the food, fill drink glasses, serve wine to the table, and then worry about the cleanup. They don't have to worry about anything. We'll come in, we'll clean it all up, we'll clean the kitchen like you didn't even have a party. That's our most popular service.
Right. I want that. Sign me up for that one.
Yes, exactly.
I
I don't want to cook, I don't want to serve it, I don't want to do any of it.
Yes.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about type of events and we talked about the services you provide, but what makes you different from any other, like say I just called my bartender friend up the road to come down to my house?
In most cases, it's going to be our insurance coverage. And we provide $1 million coverage policy across all of our events. So for instance, our bartenders, they're not contractors. They're actually W-2 employees, and we can hold the insurance. Whereas if there was something to happen during your party, someone got hurt because they drank too much, the liability falls back on us to make sure that we monitor the appropriate amount of drinking age, and things of that nature. So if there was any incidents, it a lot of times will fall back onto the homeowner's insurance. In this case, we remove that element by placing the liability with us.
I don't think people think of that. I think it's something we miss.
Yeah.
That you really need to think of, because what if, I have 10 people over and someone drinks too much and then they decide that
falls through your front door.
Right. Exactly. Anything like that, or hits a car pulling out, or, we try to chase them down the street, tell them they shouldn't be driving. And
we've had that, right?
Yes, we've had that with some of our clients too.
We've had that.
Yeah.
Oh, you've had that.
At a dinner party, hitting a car and just kind of, so.
And we didn't know he was drinking.
And see, we were able to prohibit that at some of the parties, because when you're the host, you just want to enjoy it. You don't want to have to worry about monitoring someone else's drinking habits, right? Especially if you may have guests that you are not as familiar with, that maybe a friend is bringing your friend, so you don't know them. So you may not feel as comfortable saying, hey, I think you've had too much. Right. So with us being able to kind of monitor it, we will let the host know, and then we will even cut off those guests as well and say, switch over to water, or we will start reducing the alcohol content in the drinks if we notice it. So
that's a good idea. No argument there. They won't even know.
Right?
Exactly.
Perfect. I like that. That's a good option.
Yeah.
I think it's something more people need to be made aware of, that they're not, that, but this happens at your house, at your dinner party, even when they hide it from you.
Oh,
They had no idea this person was even drinking.
Oh, no.
Yes, this was an adult, though. We had no idea.
Yeah. So I saw you not too long ago on the news. Okay, so with COVID-19 and everything happening, I know that you're helping with the Feed the Front Line, right?
Yes.
So do you want to tell us a little bit more about that and what that is?
Definitely. Feed the Frontline is a campaign that we initiated. We partnered with a nonprofit, Blessing Others All the Time, and they are hosting as a fiduciary trust to receive the money in, and we take those donations and we provide them to small businesses, restaurants that are struggling, caterers who are limited in business right now. We'll order 50 meals, 100 meals. So that brings them some income coming in. And then we take those meals and we give them to the frontline workers. So it could be anywhere from housekeeping, that's keeping those ICU units clean, to actually we take them to the lab testing centers where they're processing our test results from the Prime, Osborne, and Lot J. We're just trying to honor them because they are at risk. They're exposing themselves regularly. It's scary for them. And so we come in, we're like, hey, here's some really good food. We've had even some of our local coffee shops who had extra coffee. They donated into the night shifts to make sure that they have break room coffee. So we're just taking the donations in. We're handling from a logistics standpoint. All About You Staffing is the partner to running the logistics, making sure that they have the volunteers, we're recruiting them, and then we're going out and distributing. So we receive requests in from frontline workers who haven't necessarily received any support during this time, and they say, hey, we would like to get something, and then we make sure that everyone is taken care of and we're getting them something nice.
Yeah, that's a really tremendous thing to do, especially right now.
Oh, I think one of the biggest things for us is that we know that once the world opens back up, we're going to be ready. Our staff is telling us like, hey, we're ready when you are. Let us know when we can work an event. So I think that during this time, it gives us something to do where we can focus our positive energy, and instead of just waiting for events, we can kind of like create an initiative that is helping people and being, a blessing to everyone else. So we're excited about being able to do that.
Yes, I think so many people are ready.
Yes, indeed.
We're all ready to have the dinner parties. We're ready.
Oh yeah, we miss it.
Is there anything you wanted to add that we didn't ask you about that you feel is important or makes you guys different?
I think one of the biggest things that will help when we're booking and scheduling is giving us, all the details. I think a lot of times people have an assumption of how many people they might need to staff their event, but we schedule consultations so that way that they can tell us what the details are. We'll ask them, what is the meal selection for this 25 people? Are you looking for it to be served in courses? It definitely makes a difference with the amount of staff that they need. So we provide all these recommendations. In addition, our bartenders, if you're wanting to have something special for your bar, we will help you create a menu. If you want to have like specific cocktails and you want to name them. So things where a lot of companies are just providing servers and bartenders, we're actually providing the excellent hospitality service along with that as well. So
okay, well, that's good
awesome.
to know.
Yeah.
We would definitely want you to share your information so they can contact you for these services.
Yes, I appreciate it. So our website is www.allaboutyousstaffing.com. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at All About You Staffing. The phone number is 888-638-3687, and you can schedule your consultation right over the phone or right on our website.
And we have used them, by the way.
Yes.
Those of you who are at our client appreciation event last year, they were the fabulous bartenders.
Fabulous staff helping making it all happen.
Yes.
We didn't have to worry about a thing. We were like, here's the
No, they were
stuff.
fantastic.
Yeah, they were, even the cleanup, they were done.
Yeah.
We walked over and like, they're finished already.
We're going to be using you guys again, for sure.
We look forward to it, for sure.
Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity to chat about all about your staffing.
Well, good. And we recommend everybody give them a call. And again, if you can't find the phone number, if you lose the phone number or anything, just call us. We'll direct you to them.
Yes, awesome. Thank you guys for having me.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it. And like Heather said, if anybody has any questions, feel free to contact us. We'll give you the information. You can check out, share this video. There might be somebody out there that might, find it beneficial, need the information. You can also check it out, everyone.
Yes.
You can also check us out on our YouTube page, Around Town with Your Realtors, Heather and Danielle. We have a lot of cool stuff up there. So subscribe and we'll see you guys soon.
See you soon. I'm going to figure out how to stop the video now.